What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, man. I am back. Real quick, man. This right here, this message is to, I believe, between you and I, Teresa. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate that. But you had asked me about a new gadget that has came out and hit the how should I say the workout world. And I'll elaborate a little bit on that because I actually had a team member that signed up with me that was using that same tool. So I need to elaborate on that because, there's going to be pros and cons about everything when it comes to attacking your fitness journey. Let's just put it that way. Now, with that being said, people, I need to remind you guys, this is a fitness channel with a twist. Today's twist is gonna be Cali Legends Media. Hey, I gotta give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? I've never had anything bad to say about Mr. Lucky. He comes from an area, let's just say from a barrio that is very well known as well. Yeah. I tip my hat to anybody that comes out of that area during the times that we went through the system, because it was rough. You know what I mean? That could be a whole other topic if you guys ever want to talk about that and chop it up. So you just never know, man. You just never know what the future holds in store for me and other content creators. You know what I mean? Because there's been a lot of light that was let's just put it this way. I was once blind, but now I see. You know what I mean? I try to fight a battle that I knew nothing of. And by me battling in a battle that I knew nothing of, and people just looking for every excuse not to put me up on the battle that I was fighting, it just seemed pointless to me. So I'll just leave it as that. You know what I mean? You guys could all speculate who you want. You know what I mean? I'm not here to bash anybody. Like I said, at the end of the day, every man has to make their bed and lay in it. How comfortable they go to sleep at night, only they know. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is, people. Hey, life is a trip, man. Especially the way life is behind them walls. It's changed. I'm under old school ways and old school beliefs. If anybody could bring me up to date on the way the system is run now, hey, then I might be able to understand why stuff goes on here on social media. But until then, I'm just like lost in that world because I know CDC plays some crazy games, and I'm just gonna have to live by my old morals and beliefs. It is what it is, people. Well, anyways, man, I do ramble on a lot. Let's make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, put your notification bell and all, share this channel. Once we reach that 10,000 mark, I'm going to start doing lives. On my lives, everyone is welcome to pull up. And there's a new thing that's going on. Hype this video. Go back and hype my other videos if you can. It would be greatly appreciated. And for my channel members, I've been putting out videos and giving you guys the heads up on that you could watch them before everybody else. But I don't know where my channel members reside at or what they're doing. But so I'm just going to leave it back to a different system because I don't want people to be discouraged because they have a video up for so long and then they're unable to see it. You know what I mean? I just don't get down like that. I understand it's a strategic move as far as a business aspect, you know what I mean? Because it might encourage people to join your channel and that, or to get a membership. And I ain't tripping on that, man. If you guys support me, righteously support me, that's what really is appreciated coming from me, but like forcing someone to having them to get a membership in order just to see my content a little bit earlier than others. Yeah, I don't get down like that, man. Never have and I never will. You know what I mean? Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But of course, according to nowadays, man, that doesn't really apply anymore. You know what I mean? There's so many double standards. It's crazy, man. Um, I'll never agree with a lot of the changes that's went on, and it is what it is. But I tell you one thing I will never do is I'll never go against the grain. You know, and all bullshit aside, people, I live out here in the real world. Anything that's going on behind them walls has nothing to do with me. You know, for those of you that are still claiming to be hardliners out here, you know what I mean? Just, I understand the rules, and I won't go against them. And I'm not going to put myself in jeopardy. You know what I mean? Because coming from the background that I come from, and the animal that's still in me, anything can happen. Could land me behind them walls again. And the homies that are still back there will view things differently. Let's just put it this way. There's a lot of things that go on out here on social media. I could guarantee, I don't care how much has changed back there, there won't be an exception to certain rules. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking out for my best interest. And it is what it is, people. So, yes, I rambled on a lot. Huh? If you guys want to get started in your fitness journey, check this out, man. Hit me up, highpowerfitness.net. There's an individual that reached out to me yesterday. I was really busy. I will get to you today. I forget your name. But I will reach out to you today, and we could hop on the horn and discuss your fitness goals, man. See if I could help you out, you know, because I have a blueprint to success. And that's to bring me to let you guys know that are just now tuning into my channel. I am a full-time online fitness coach. If you want to get started in your fitness journey to get results guaranteed to work in a 90-day program, I do finance, so it's not required of you to pay for the full program. You just required an initial down payment, and your payments, you make up your own payment. You know, whatever works best for your pocketbook, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? As long as you pull up and show up and be that student and come in my classroom and learn, you'll be able to get the results, you know, because my program does work. Guaranteed, you know, 90-day program. You can lose up to 30 pounds of fat and build muscle at the same time. The building muscle part is optional, people. It's not for everybody, you know. If you just want to pull up and lose some weight because you have an upcoming event, I got you. You know what I mean? You just want to feel better in yourself and start working in yourself internally, I got you. You know what I mean? Because in all reality, with my program, you got to get healthy before you lose weight. You don't lose weight and then get healthy. You know, and I will explain to you how that works and why it works that way. Very important. You got to work within first, internally. You know what I mean? That's where it all starts. That's where the magic happens. And real quick, I went rambling on between you and I, Miss Teresa. I had a team member, one of my team members, it was actually a couple that signed on, and she used to utilize that vibration plate to try to lose weight. And that's why she reached out to me, because it wasn't working. You know, I haven't a clue really what they are and how they operate. I know a lot of people are going to make some weird comments probably. Oh, the vibration plate, huh? Yeah, okay. Guys, we know where your mind's at. But anyways, from a fitness coach's aspect, the only benefit I could see behind a vibrating plate, and I'm just trying to create an image in my head of how those things work, is by you, because you're going to be tensing up your body to keep it from shaking. So by your body being under contraction, it will stimulate some type of growth, I should just say. But as far as the weight loss, I don't see it assisting in weight loss, because weight loss stems from nutrition. You know, you don't have to exercise. You can lose the weight without doing exercise. Just your daily activity will help with the weight loss. But you need to understand it's a numbers game, And if you're the type of person that doesn't want to work out and just wants to apply a diet to them, that's when you have to hire a coach that knows what he's doing. As far as myself, I've done that for a lot of people. They just sign up for the nutritional part and they've lost their weight. You know, I actually had one of my old team members, like I said, he re-signed on again. Well, he's going to be re-signed on. He went on his own and actually he lost 42 pounds, I think it was. You know, and so if you're interested, Miss Teresa, you could email me and I could get you going on becoming, you know, that best version of yourself and help you with losing the weight. And it's real simple. It's not complicated. I'll teach you about everything and we'll make it simple. That way it's able to apply to your regular lifestyle, because I don't want you to come in here and have to totally change your lifestyle around, because that just makes everything uncomfortable. Now, anyways, with that being said, remember, if you want to get started in your fitness journey, hit me up, highpowerfitness.net. Thumbs up, thumbs down for the video as usual. Hit the hype button. 10,000 subscribers, I'll start doing lives. Well, anyways, that's to bring me to Cali Legends Media. Mr. Cali Legends Media, old school homie. Man, I didn't know you was that old, my boy. Shit, you over 60. You look good, G. You know what I mean? Yeah, you look good. So anyways, Cali Legends Media was speaking on Mr. Gunner. I guess there's accusations that Mr. Gunner is racist. I haven't a clue, you know what I mean? I've never seen anything racist about Gunner. I'm telling you from what I've seen, you know what I mean? You got to keep in mind, I don't pull up to these people's platforms like you think I do. I don't have that time like a lot of you individuals do. Someone asked me about an individual too. I'd never even heard of him. You know what I mean? I'm being straight up. He may be popular out there in the YouTube world, but not in my world, you know? I'm all about fitness. I'm bettering myself and helping others better themselves and helping people achieve levels that they never thought that they could achieve in their fitness journey or in life in general. Why? Because I broke them limited beliefs. Like I said, I went from, messed up on drugs, struggling with vices, suffering with alcohol addiction, from being homeless and from being on top of my world to losing everything, almost losing my family, to where I'm at today. I'm a landlord. I own a rental property, and I also own the house that I live in. So I was able to overcome those limited beliefs that I thought were limited beliefs. They're not, you know what I mean? If you keep it up here in your head, it's going to keep you from growing in life. So that's the mentality you got to develop. And that's what I help do with people on my program. I help them create that warrior mindset. I help them break limited beliefs. That's just what I do. And I ramble on a whole lot, people. And that's one thing Cali Legends Media say. Us older cats, we ramble on. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. I know I do. I'm the motherfucking rambler. Rambles. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Hey, but anyways, Cali Legends Media, man, he said it in the most professional way. He addressed the situation. I'm not aware of it, people, so don't think I'm taking sides with anybody. But the way he addressed it, if everything is true, he put it out there. And, hey, when it involves women, family members, that's off limits coming from where we come from. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different way of running things. So I remember Gunner making a comment about an individual. As a matter of fact, I think this individual tried to bash me at one time too. He doesn't even know me, so that's why I address him as a poo butt. I think he's Chemo Flicks. He's also it is. I'm not even going to talk about that dude, but anyways, I remember that one time Gunner said something about his wife. I guess his wife is black. I'm not even sure. You know what I mean? I'm speculating, but said that he looked like I guess compared her to a basketball player or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. I don't see him being racist about that, but I could tell you where it is wrong. You know what I mean? You shouldn't bash anybody's family like that. And that's why I have to agree with Cali Legends Media. He hit the nail on the head. He put it in the best professional manner that you could possibly put it out there. You know what I mean? There's ways about going about things, and there's rules that we live by, and family, children, off limits. Your wives and all that. If you have something with somebody, that's between you and them. Don't start involving their family. You know what I mean? That's not right. That's the only wrong I could see. What was that was a little foul. But then when I did hear it, you know what I mean? I didn't know what type of relationship this individual had with Gunner, because I believe he was on their live or something. And like I said, when I pull into their lives, I don't sit there very long. My nights are over. You know what I mean? I ain't got time to be right there on the motherfucking the party line, the modern day party line, and get my drink on and all that. I don't drink no more. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, to each his own. If you want to keep on drinking, keep on drinking. You know what I mean? Put your liver to work, baby. I've lived that life. You know what I mean? And I don't miss it. Trust and believe. As you get older, hangovers ain't gonna hit the same when you were younger. You're gonna feel them. You know what I mean? It will take a toll on you. Straight up, man. I see it day in, day out. You know what I mean? I see homies that I run into, they're younger than me, and they look, and I'm not saying just for my body, I'm speaking in general. They're shot out, But anyways, I did a whole lot of rambling. Honestly, and that's to confirm exactly what Cali Legends Media said. My boy, I'm giving you your props, your flowers, my boy. I really appreciate the way you conduct yourself and carry yourself, And you're just like me, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna fucking fiddle diddle. If you got a stinky breath, I'm gonna say, hey, what's up, butt breath? You need to go hit that motherfucking grill, because you are humming. You know what I mean? Hey, that's what real homies do. You feel me? And we pretty much grew up in about the same time. From the same generation. He's obviously from a different area, and mad love and respect to all the homies from Maravilla, and everybody that's out here in the struggle. You know what I mean? I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to, pick sides. I just wanted to come on here and tell Cali Legends Media. I actually sent them a text message early this morning. Well, to me, it's not early. It was actually late. You know what I mean? I sent them a message like at 5 o'clock this morning, I believe it was. He hasn't responded, but I was going to send it to him when I first got up, but that's like too early, more than the norm. You know what I mean? I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning, people. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit with you guys. I'm up every day at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if it has to do with me just getting older. You know what I mean? I just can't fucking sleep no more. I get my hours in, you know what I mean? Guaranteed. I get my at least minimum 6 to 7 hours sleep. By the time I get up to having to take a piss, that's my alarm clock. I got to get up and get my boogie on, baby. You already know this guy don't talk about it. I stay about it. I stay pulling up day in, day out. Well, anyways, people, with that being said, I didn't touch too much on Mr. Cali Legends Media, but I just wanted to give him his flowers. And he spoke on Mr. Gunner's Collective. Whether that be true or not, I have no idea. You know what I mean? I don't see Gunner's Collective being racist. I haven't viewed it. Okay, let's just put it that way. And the reason why I say this is because where they come from over there, they wiggle a lot with the brothers. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like hard to see it unless I really saw the video. You know what I mean? And if you guys know where the link's at, shoot it to me. You know what I mean? That way I could see it, check it out, and I'll give you my honest opinion on it, because you know what I mean? I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to pick sides, but I'll tell it like it is, because what is right and what is wrong, baby. And you already know I had to do what I had to do, because like I said, that war that I was fighting, it was a setup for failure. You know what I mean? Especially when you try to reach out to an individual and they ain't trying to reach back. You know what I mean? To me, that's like a form of disrespect as well. When you reach out to somebody more than once and they, come up with an excuse, and then you see them going on live, it's like, hey, did you just forget that you weren't supposed to be around, but you're doing it live now? It makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not going to bash nobody. At the end of the day, every man has to make their bed, and every man will have to sleep in the bed that they make. Whether they go to sleep comfortable is entirely up to them. And like I said, at the end of the day too, every person will have a different target range on them if they parode from one of them yards. It is what it is, you know what I mean? I'm not a hardliner. I'm a full-time online fitness coach, baby. So what they did in the past, that's on them. You know, if I ever have to land behind them walls again, then I have to participate in the reindeer games. If we cross paths, hey, they already know what time it is. Why? Because I'm in good standings and I don't go against the grain. It is what it is, people. Well, anyways, I hope I don't ever have to do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm living the good life out here. But like I said, you just never know. Just never know. With that being said, people, thumbs up, thumbs down, 10,000 subscribers. We will start doing lives. Everyone's welcome to pull up. If you want to get started in your fitness journey, hit me up, highpowerfitness.net. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, baby. Let's do this.